Hello, I'm Dr. John Smelcer, and welcome to another episode of Ahtna 101. This episode is Kinship Terms Part 2. I should say right before we begin this episode that unlike, let's say in English particularly, we actually define very differently kinship terms related to, say, men and women. There's actually very different words. You don't just say, I'm someone's grandchild, or that's my grandfather, or that's my uncle, or that's my aunt. We have very different terms. So I'll teach you those right now. If you are a man, you're talking about a man's grandchild. Oh, that's my grandchild over there. And you're a man saying it. That's shu ye, shu ye. But if you're a woman and talking about that woman's grandchild over there, it's just sky, sky, kind of like the word sky, up in the air. If it's your aunt, but not just any aunt, if it's your mother's sister, remember, you could have an aunt from your father's side too, but if this is your mother's sister, the word is sokkeya, sokkeya. But if it's your aunt, it's your father's sister, and I have an aunt on my father's side, it's spetse, spetse. We actually put the S and B together, spetse. If you're talking about your uncle, your father's brother, that word is just stai, stai. Now what about if it's your uncle who's your mother's brother? See, it's your uncle, your brother. Then that word is seza, seza. What if you're talking about a man and his brother's child? So you see, there's a man, and there's his, what would it be? His brother's child. Could be a niece or a nephew, right? Well, that is niltai, niltai. But if it's a man and his, well, if it's a son, a man's son. So you see some man walking around with his son, and he's going to refer to his son. Then that is just siya, siya. But if it's a woman and she's with her son, we have a different term for that. It's uyaze, uyaze. And sometimes we just say uyaz. You can see so far we have very different ways of treating kinship terms. What if it's your daughter? I have two daughters. So because I'm a man and I want to talk about my daughter, it's ucheya, ucheya. But what if it's the daughter of a woman? The woman is there and it's saying, this is my daughter. It's uyatsa, uyatsa. You know, what about it's a mother and daughter together? You see a mother and daughter team walking down the street. It's nityatsa, nityatsa. And what if it's your man's sister's child? So it's my, as a man, sister's child. It would be my niece, right? But it's saza, saza. And for the last one for today, we'll do a man and his sister's child. Not a man, but a man and his sister's child. Nilsaza. You saw saza in the previous word, but now it's nilsaza. Very complicated. Our kinship is very, extravagant, and we really define ourselves a lot by family, sense of community, who we're related to. So it makes sense that we have these very specific terms related to kinship. Stay tuned next time for part 3 of the same kinship terms.